and dimes. So we have some nickels. There are 40 coins in the jar. How many of each coin does Hannah have? So what we want to do is we want to take the time and we want to let variables equal items, or you can use the first of each item. I'm going to let x equal nickels. And I'm going to let y equal dimes. So what we have for money, and then we have coins. So we're going to substitute, plug in, and then write the solution. So to start, I have to come up with, because we have two unknowns. So the first thing I have is I have nickels and dimes in a jar. So I have a certain number of nickels, a certain number of dimes that are in a jar, and they equal, when added, to 140 coins. Okay? The other equation that I have is how much is each coin worth. So how much money do I have? Total equals 11.60. A dime is worth 10 cents. So 0.1 times y. And a nickel is worth 5 cents, so 0.05x. How I would solve this is by elimination, because when I write my equations, my variables are on the same side. It makes me happier, but it's up to you. So you do this, I'm going to cancel out my x's. So on the top, I have to multiply by what is in front of my x on the bottom of dimes, 0.05, so I'm going to multiply everything by that. I'm going to rewrite the new equation. Underneath 5x get minus 0.05, because negative 0.05 times 1 is that, equal 104 times negative 0.05, negative 7. So two equations that I'm going to solve with are these two here. So I'm just going to add them together, cancel things out. So when I take 0.1 plus negative 0.05, this becomes 0.05y, 11.60 minus 7 equals 4.60. Divide by 0.05. Y equals 92. So that means I have 92 dimes in that jar. Now to figure out how many I have for nickels, I got to plug that back in. And the equation I'd plug it in is the first one. So I would have x plus 92 equals 140 equals 48. Now to double check my answer, I would write or plug into the value. So on my calculator, I would take 0.05 times 48 plus 0.1 times 92 and see that it comes out to equal $11.60. So then I have 48 nickels and 92 dimes. Answer with English words because it's a word problem. All right, next one. A total of 243 adults and children children, so let's equal adults and y equal children. My total is 243. There are 109 more adults than children in the theater. How many adults are there? How many children are there? So to start, I have X, Y, and 243. Adults and children equal 243 patrons. And it says there's 109 more adults than children. So if I have one child, adults would equal child plus 109. So adults equals A. X equals a child plus 109. Because if you have 100 more adults than children, if you have one child, there's 109 more of them, plus 9 equals the adults. Because this variable is already by itself, for X, we'll use substitution. With substitution, I am going to plug X into the first equation, so that will look like this. Equals 243. This was X, substituted in. So 2Y plus 109 equals 243. 243. 2Y equals 134. Divide by 2. Y equals 67. So, if I plug into either this equation or this equation, I should get the number of adults. So, I'm going to plug into the adults equation. So, X equals 10 to 9. X equals 176. And to double check, to take 176 plus 67 to 43. I have 186 adults and 67 children. Last one. Put a star next to it. It's a really great question. Suppose you sells gift wrap for $4 per package. Greeting cards for $10 per package. Your class sells a total of 205 packages and receives a total of $1,084. So I'm going to left gift wrap and then greeting cards equal X and then respectively Y. And then I'm going to write the equation. So I sold gift wrap and cards. I have gift wrap and greeting cards. And that was in packages. They add up to equal 205. Money gets to go with the money equation. So gift wrap was $4 per package. Greeting cards is $10 per package. And they add up to equal 1,084. So once again, these are like number one or the first example because the variables are on the same side. I'm going to use the process. I cancel out my x's. Multiply by -4. That new equation, I'm going to write down below it. -4x minus 4y equals 820. I'm going to combine them together. 6y equals 264. So y equals 44. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug that into the original problem. So x plus 44 equals 205. X equals 101. And it is, I'm going to double check my money. So I'm going to do 4 times 161 plus 10 times 44 and see that it equals out to be so then I know I solved it correctly. So I have the answer of 161 wrap and 44 green card packages. Yes. There you go.